Hello and welcome to the Kick review. This is a tier 8 premium destroyer. It costs me about 30 quid to buy, but when I was looking through the armory it looked like the best option, so I'll give it a go. The main points of this destroyer is all of them consumables. You see at the bottom, you get a heal, you get an American smoke screen, which lasts a lot longer than other smoke screens, and they're normally a little bit wider as well. With the smoke, you probably have about 40 to 20 seconds of downtime between smokes, depending on like what flags you got and what other equipment upgrades you got to reduce the time of the cooldown of the smoke. But mainly you want to be using it to smoke your ally ships. That's what I normally do, smoke my teammates and then run into the cap like this. The main way you want to play any destroyer, before we even get into specifics of a kick, is you want to go into the nearby cap wherever you spawn, go in facing forward, turn to reverse, preferably in line with the enemy destroyer if you can see him here, because these torpedoes are going to be coming from basically where he is now, and they always shoot torpedoes, because that's what you should do as a destroyer. You should get in the cap and then just try and launch some torpedoes blind or in the general direction you think their DD's in. So what you want to do is you want to reverse on the edge of the cap, as making it yourself as thin as possible. The reason you want to reverse, not go forward in, is because if you get radared or plane flies over or whatever, you want to be able to get out the cap as quickly as possible, so you know, full speed forward. The reason why the kick, I think, is probably the best ship at tier 8, like not just best destroyer, best ship, is you get good guns. So it's, fighting other DDs in the cap is actually quite easy. You won't out DPS straight most DDs, but if you can manage to get away, you've got a heal. Not pretty much no DDs have got heals. So you can engage with someone, shoot as much as you can. You normally win, but if you don't, if you're playing against a proper gunboat, you can smoke yourself up and disengage and heal up, whereas they are normally just left dead unless they're like a Russian destroyer. The other reason why this ship is really good is it's AA, that's what I'm looking for. It's AA. It's AA is 66 rated, I'm pretty sure. I'll bang up on the screen. You do get defensive AA or a speed boost, which you see me pick the speed boost option. This is more of a play style for me. Like I don't mind playing some not really frightened lanes. I know how to deal with planes properly, and the way you deal with planes basically is you click P to disable your AA, you wait until they're 2.8 above you, which is really good defensively by the way, and then you un-P and shoot them down as quickly as possible, and then when they fly away you want to basically just keep pressing P when you're dark, depending on your situation. I would go speed boost because my playstyle is running between caps and stuff like that, and I prefer a lot more speed and stuff like this. But you can take defensive AA if you really hate planes that much. But I would recommend speed boost. The torpedoes on this ship, which I'm about to launch now, are 9.2 kilometers in range. They got decent alpha damage, but they're extremely slow. They travel at like, I'll put the stats on screen, but they're like 50 knots, 60 knots in between that region. It might even be slow, but they're slow as hell. So you can only really YOLO someone with them, or like just shoot them and just don't think they're gonna hit anything. But if you're in a smoke screen and they charge you, for example, then you can do some decent alpha damage to the BBs and cruisers. So it's not like the torpedoes are non-existent, they're just really hard to actually hit things with. The smoke screen, like you see here, 2 minutes 30 cooldown, but it lasts for 2 minutes. This is without any equipment modules, without any other type of stuff. This is why you want to reverse, by the way. We've reversed, well not reversed, we've been really thin in the way that we're shooting this BB. We're not completely side on, because you're a torpedo magnet when you're in the smoke screen. Get some more torpedoes here, just wiggle in between them. Your broadside, like, oh, look, even people blind firing in. Make your profile as thin as possible. With the DPS on the guns is horrendous, but because of like horrendously bad. Like if you're shooting other DDs, really good. If you're shooting anything else, you get so many shatters because they're like 100 mils. I mean, it's crazy like that. And the fire chance ain't all that good. It's like 5% or something. Yeah, it's not too good, but it gets the job done. Same with the torpedoes. It gets the job done if you need to. The main part of this ship though is like a support ship. Your smoke screens extremely good. You can come in and out of fighting people with the heal, the speed boost. You can get your ship up to 44 knots with the flag and the speed boost. I think it's the ship base is 38, 37 knots without speed boost, without flags, and then, you know, all of that stuff on top. I'll pop the commander skills on over the top. But the main thing you want to do with the commander skills is I would go superintendent to get that extra heal, get that extra speed boost, and then the rest are just like DPS and longer firing range with the guns, which it is really hard to hit things at longer ranges, but you know, and like, I've swapped to AB here because I'm just not doing any damage to this guy. But against other DDs, you do really good pieces of damage. Like, let's see what we did at 900. Like, did we ever hit the BB for 900 with 2 shells? We get the torp on the Carolina, I think it was. Oh no, New Mexico. They do about 15k, the torpedoes, so they're pretty decent. These ships pretty much play, this kid pretty much plays like a Marcel. I've got a Marcel, so it plays exactly like a French DD. Only thing is, you French destroyers typically don't have a smoke screen. They don't. And they're normally better at shooting at range, whereas the kick is good at lobbing shells, but her, like, the flight time, you know, the American stuff, the flight time of the shells is horrendous. So I would play it like a Marcel, but don't think or Kleber, but you can't actually do damage at range. You can just zip around the map, and you're basically a French cruiser, can't shoot at range, but you've got fantastic smokescreen. The smokescreen can't be underestimated. You can sit in it for 2 minutes, shoot all day long. You can smoke up any of your teammates as long as you want, and you get the heal. The heal is about 15% of your health, with the flag 20% ish, and you get 3 base, and then you get 4, so you really got about 30k health if you manage to get all the heals in again. There's not much more happened in this game. It was just me trying to pepper other BBs for the rest of the game, but the cap play that we had in that game basically won us the game. So it's quite a carrying, is that a word? You're able to carry in this ship a lot more than other DDs in my experience. I played this kid for about 3 days straight now, while doing, you know, this Chinese BB combat skills. I've been trying to do that, and I've noticed that every single game you want to play in, you want to just sprint into the objective and contest the other destroyers. And even here, look, you might be thinking, oh, I'm not taking a favourite trade. Doesn't matter. In most DDs, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm losing health. I don't really want to be losing health. Unless you're in like a shimmer or something where you like the adrenaline rush, or, from lower health and more torpedoes and all that stuff. Finish it, even if you're taking unfavourable trades where you feel like he's doing more damage to you, especially if you know your destroyers, you can remember that he's got no heal. So even if he knocks you down to half and you knock him down to quarter, pretty much all of the damage he's done to you, HE, is healable. So it's actually a favourable trade. So for all the games I've played, I haven't smoked my teammates. But if you get up tiered, for example, and you feel like, you know, you're against all tier 10 destroyers and stuff, then you can probably smoke your teammates. It's probably more worth it. And that's the thing. That's the thing. You can play up tier and it feel fine because you're a support DD that's able to defend itself. So you just go and smoke your Minotaur up, or you smoke your Des Moines up, or something. And you can do stuff like this here, where you realise there's no radars, there's no hydros. If you want to know if the ship's got a hydro, by the way, if you hit tab and you hover over the ship or you click the ship, it will show what is the available equipment towards the ship. So it doesn't have a hydro, it doesn't have a radar, stuff like that. You can also click on the said radar, said hydro, and it will show you how long it lasts and what the distance is. So I already knew that this guy doesn't have no radar. I think he had hydro. He could have had hydro. So that's why I hid around the island the first time. Because I was like, oh, he's got hydro. But then he just got within 4 kilometers and he was hydro. So I was like, guess he don't have it on. But you can you want to control the caps and sit in your smoke. And yeah, here we go. We're reversing into more torpedoes. If we were sitting full broadside, we'll be in a bit of a pickle now. We'll probably still be able to avoid them, but there's no that he's sending even more torps into us. And kind of want to stay in the smoke though.
Torpedoes astern.
Oh, more torps coming from there. Looks like there's a sub on the torpus. You get this all the time. This is literally like 90% of your gameplay. So this is why I'd highly recommend that you try to line up your ship from where you think torpedoes are going to come from. That this torp looks like it's going to hit us it. But the ship is so thin in a line that you can sort of wiggle around torpedoes and stuff. We popped out the smoke, but we stopped shooting, so we'll be fine. In terms of acquiring a ship, so far the only way you can buy it is by buying it. You have to spend in England about £25 to buy this ship. Out of all premiums at tier 8, I think it's like the second cheapest with the blues. And would I recommend it? Yeah. If you're gonna buy a tier 7 or tier 8 premium, unless because the only reason I'd buy a premium ship is for fun, basically. You like the ship, you like the wit, it's got some goofy thing around it. But with this, I was like, oh, what goofy ship am I going to buy? I was thinking about the tier 5 BB that has like amazing secondaries, and I was like, you know what? I have like no destroyers, and I've never really played the US destroyer liner. And I saw the kick win rate online, I was like, oh, might have to buy that. So I bought it. I'm drinking my drink. So I bought it. And I've been playing it over the last few days, but that's pretty much all I've got to say about the kick. So I'll just leave you with the rest of the gameplay. I'm not going to cut it off here, so you can watch the rest of the game if you want to.
Enemy cruiser foundered. Concentrate fire on the designated target. Engine boost deactivated. Smoke generator started. Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes, astern. Smoke screen set. Requesting assistance. Torpedoes, direct front. Our victory is in sight. Enemy submarine spotted. Engine boost activated. Many thanks.